What's up, you guys? Today we are talking about one of my favorite topics to argue with people about in the DMs. Okay, and that topic is small-minded people and your circle. All right, I love this because the reason I love it so much is because people come up with so many just of the most ridiculous excuses for why they need to stay around certain people that it's ridiculous. Like, all right, let's just get into it. All right. So when I'm talking about stop surrounding yourself with small-minded people, what I mean is you have a circle in life of friends. All right. You need to make sure that that circle stays on point. And I mean like very on point. Because if you're hanging around people, it just has to be great, because if you're hanging around people with pretty good energy, you're not going to have really good energy. You're going to have pretty good energy. If you're hanging around people with bad energy, your energy is going to be bad. And I really don't care what other things that you do. All right, you could have fully, thought about your vision. You could have fully, you could work out every day, eat perfectly healthy, get 8 hours of sleep, blah, 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 like, whatever. If your circle has bad energy and you're chilling with them, you're going to have bad energy. All right. Before I go any further, let me introduce to you guys a quote that I love. All right. The quote goes like this: "You can't kick it with chickens and expect to fly with eagles." Think about that. Think about in your life. Are the people you're surrounding yourself with chickens, or are they eagles? I would rather you guys chill alone and have no circle than have a negative circle. And I have been there. I've been alone. I've had no circle. All right. It's a few times that I've just had to completely either walk away from my circle or been completely abandoned by my circle. And every time, no matter what it was my choice. If it was their choice, it was always a blessing. All right, because it led me to spending and giving less energy to those people that didn't really care about me and had, negative views of themselves and therefore negative views of other people, to meeting new people and meeting people that, understand and love themselves and that could love me. You can really only, there's this tweet I saw, and it was basically like, people can only understand you at the level that they understand themselves. Don't try to explain yourself to somebody that doesn't even get themselves. Something to that effect. It's the same thing. It's true with all people. All right. I want you guys. I get DMs and people are talking about like, yo, bro, like, I really want to go and do this, but all my friends they make fun of me for it or whatever, blah blah blah. Or they just say that they hate the people that they hang around, but they can't leave. And it's just such bullshit. You can always leave. You can always walk away. Everyone is afraid of being alone. That's what it boils down to. No one wants to be alone. Problem is, people don't meditate. People don't take the time to learn about themselves. Because if they did, they would learn, that they're awesome. And they would learn that they have certain features about them that they'll fall in love with about themselves, but they don't want to take that risk of spending the time alone to learn about that because they're afraid that they might not like who they are, or they already are convinced that they don't like who they are. So they need to surround themselves with other people, whether they have good energy or not. And it's tragic. It's awful. It's awful that people have to feel that way. I felt that way before in the past. Like, I understand it. I'm not perfect. Like, I wasn't always like this. Like, I didn't always, have like the confidence that I have now. So I get where you guys are coming from, but there's really just no excuse. I remember I was working at the pizza restaurant, which I always reference. The energy there just was not good. It just wasn't good. Like, the customers there were coming in to eat like unhealthy meals, which I already didn't like that was already bad energy. But then the workers also tended to not all of them, some of them had good energy, but some of them had bad energy, and it brought me down, bro. And I had good energy, and they really tried to keep me there too. Like, when I said that I wanted to leave, like, they tried to keep me there, and it's because I had good energy. I had the best energy out of all of them. So I was bringing the place up, meanwhile everyone else was bringing it down. All right, that could be you. That could be, I might have just described your circle. Now imagine if you had your great energy and someone else with great energy. Your energy, it becomes to the point where it's greater than the sum of its parts. And that's why I talk about masterminds, which is basically what I just described. It's two or more people where you guys are encouraging each other, and you guys, are sharing with each other your goals, and you're providing, motivation and encouragement and help for each other. All right. Those are the people that you surround yourself with. Surround yourself with people who inspire you. Surround yourself with people who are better than you in some way that you want to improve at. All right. The best thing is when you're better. So let's take two people. The best thing is when you're better than them at a certain thing that they want to improve at, and they're better than you at a certain thing you want to improve at. And then you can kind of mentor each other while just being, friends. Like, it doesn't have to be a weird, like, you're my mentor, I'm your mentor. Like, y'all are just friends, but y'all help each other with shit like that. Like, there's just no excuse. Once I stopped hanging around people that I didn't feel like were contributing to making my life better or taking me closer to my vision, my life just completely improved. And I'm totally fine with being by myself. I will be by myself. I will read. I'll watch movies. I will, I'll get work done. I'm good by myself. But I have along the way, after following like my purpose and my vision and shit like that, and you will too, naturally meet other people that are thinking the same way and that are on the same path as you, and that will help you on your path, take you to higher heights. All right. It's just natural. All right. Let's say you want to own a super successful clothing brand. Let's say that that's one of your goals. At some point along the way, you're going to become friends with people who also want that. And, in your circle right now, you might have friends that don't even have goals. All right. Be wary of those people. Very, very wary of those people, because they don't even have goals. So like, how are they going to help take you to their goals? You know what I mean? But on the way, you will meet people that have similar goals to you. And for some people, that's like a hard concept to even fathom, because it's like I know a lot of people hit me up and they're like, wow, I didn't really think that people thought the way that I did when they see my videos, because they don't think that other people set goals like because it's not a common thing. But there are other people that do it, and you will meet those people along your path and your journey. And those are the people that you need to surround yourself with, because they will help keep you on point. On the days that you're sad, you'll be able to hit them up, and they'll be able to remind you, what it's all for. Or it doesn't have to be sad. It could just be unmotivated. All right. You'll be able to hit up those people, and they'll be able to remind you, what you're in it for, and they will have your back. All right. I know in my life, it's been times where I've been in friend groups where like I was like, what's the phrase? Like the butt of the joke. Yeah, I was like the butt of the joke, and they would make fun of me at certain times. Like, I remember one time I like tried to do something different. Like, I tried to I saw like this Bloody O post, Bloody Osiris, this like fashion icon, to be honest, and like and he had like these bondage pants where it had a bunch of like straps going along the legs and shit. And I don't know, like 14, maybe 15, and I was super like inspired by that. And I put a belt around my leg because I was just trying to try shit. Like, it was definitely corny, but I was just kind of like trying to try shit. And like, my friends at the time just straight up lamented on me for that shit. Like, they were just like, bro, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You're so corny, blah, blah, blah. Like, for trying something, you know what I mean? And yeah, it was corny, but I was young, you know what I mean? Like, so if you got friends that are making fun of you for just trying shit, those are the worst people. Drop them before before it gets worse, because it's not going to get better. Promise you. Just start looking for new people to hang around, because that's not it. All right. One of the things I wrote down here in my notes is, it's not insecure to walk away from people who make fun of you. It's the most secure thing you could do. So what I mean is, people will like if people are making fun of you in your circle or whatever, and you start to walk away and you start to distance yourself, to be like, yo, why are you so insecure? Like, it was just a joke. Like, why are you bugging out? Like, why are you actually, getting hurt by the hurtful things that we're saying? It's just a joke. The most secure thing you can do is walk away, because that shows that you respect yourself. And if you're getting hurt by what they're saying, it's not your fault for getting hurt. They're the ones saying the hurtful things. There are people that you will meet in your life, no matter how close you get to them. You could get so close to them that you call them a brother or a sister or whatever it is, to where it's like on a blood level. You're that close. That will not make fun of you, and that will not hurt you. You know what I mean? Some friends are like that, where y'all just could joke around, but it should never get really to a hurtful level, because that's not helping anybody at that point. It's not making anyone stronger. All right? Save the hurtful comments for haters. That shouldn't be for friends. That's not a friendly thing to do. So, yeah. I mean, there's tons of videos out about this, so if you want to look more into it, just stop hanging around small-minded people. That's the bottom line. Hang around people that dream big. Hang around people that, inspire you to think even bigger. Like, I have a friend where I showed him, like, my whole collection idea, and he was like, I just think you could do way better. Like, and I was like, fuck. As soon as he said it, I was like, fuck, he's right. Like, those are the type of friends you need to around. Not all right, and it doesn't have to just be negative people. It could also be yes men. You don't want to keep yes men around that are just like, oh, that's so fire. Like, you don't want those people around either, because those people start giving you an inflated sense of confidence that might not be warranted. All right, and that'll knock you right off of your center, and it'll make you ungrounded. So you don't want that either. You want people that are going to push you to your absolute limit and make you better people and inspire you to be better. Just by looking at them, you're like, wow, like, I could be doing so much better than what I'm doing. All right, so I know I'm going to get the question, how do I get those people? Like I said, just keep following your path. If you haven't seen the vision video, watch the vision video, all right? Once you establish and develop your vision, those people will come along the way, all right? You can pray for it or not. It doesn't matter. You're gonna encounter them no matter what, all right? If you really want it quicker, you can pray for it. But it doesn't matter. You don't need other people in your life to make you happy. They'll come. Trust me. There's a lot of people, like, in this world, just in general. All right? So you're good. The last thing that I wanted to talk about was the blessing of globalism and the internet. And this is such a blessing, because if I made this video 25 years ago, there wouldn't be that many options for friends. Now, the entire world is your options for friends, because anybody who's on the internet, you can become friends with them and just start talking to them over FaceTime. Like, some of my closest friends I've met over the internet live in different countries, but we talk all the time and we've become close. You know what I mean? This really happens. So your circle, you know what I mean? Don't limit it just to people that are local to you. I remember there would be times where I wouldn't chill with anybody that was local to me. And I would have my friend group, and it would be all around the world. But, at school, I would be doing my thing, like, solo. So, it's whatever that works. But keep that in mind. The whole world, is a potential network. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm begging you guys, just do this thing for me. Like, it might not seem, you might be very wary of, like, being alone or giving up those friendships with people because, like, oh, and there's a lot of excuses for it. It's like, oh yeah, but sometimes they're so funny. You know what I mean? If it's like sometimes they're so funny, but other times they hurt you, I don't really care how funny they are. They could be Dave Chappelle. Like, if they're hurting you, you need to walk away from that. Otherwise, it's like telling yourself at the end of the day, I don't really care about myself that much. And that's just what it is. All right, and then you're going to start feeling insecure, and it's going to start having a ripple effect in the rest of your life. Whereas if you walk away, you're going to be like, wow, like I clearly respect myself enough to be able to give up, hanging out with these people if it means that it's going to make my life better. And then you're going to start feeling better about yourself, more confident, have more time to do other things that's going to make you more confident and feel better about your life. And, at the end of the day, all we're here for is to have the best lives. that we can while we have it. So, yeah, that's the whole point. So, yeah, if it helped, like the video, share it, subscribe. If you're not already, comment, your experiences with this or some other advice that you might have, or just, ideas for other videos. Anything, just keep the conversation going. Trying to make as many videos as I can while at college. I'm doing it where I can, but I'm really enjoying doing it, and I'm glad that you guys are liking it too. So, yeah, that's it. Peace, love.